Hello and welcome to the Infinite Carousel. My name is Promise, and here we talk about real growth, the messy, the beautiful, the imperfect kind. Today I want to talk about something that we often don't discuss. Not just what we need to learn to grow, but what we need to unlearn. Because sometimes growth is not about adding more knowledge and changing habits. Sometimes it's about letting go of old programming, beliefs, and narratives that keep us stuck. So I want to share 5 things that I had to unlearn in order to grow. And maybe it's the same things that you need to let go of too. The first thing I had to unlearn was perfectionism. I used to believe that if something wasn't perfect, then it wasn't worth doing or showing. That mindset held me back. It held me back from starting, it held me back from trying, and it held me back from being seen. I had to learn that failure is not a sign of weakness. It's not. Failure is feedback. And it's part of the process. It's part of the process of growth. And perfectionism, it's an illusion. The messy middle, where it gets messy, that's when growth happens. Not in the polished ending. So now I am choosing progress over perfection, movement over mastery. And I am growing so much and so well because I'm finally doing. I am taking action. I am moving. I am progressing. Next, I had to unlearn people pleasing. I used to believe that love was earned through self-sacrifice. I thought that it meant being agreeable, being available, and being small. But the truth is, being everything to everyone left me feeling empty. It left me feeling drained. I had to unlearn the belief that my worth depends on how other people see me. So now I have boundaries, and I understand that boundaries do not mean rejection. Saying no is sometimes the deepest form of saying yes to myself. It is self-respect. I learned that stretching myself too thin was not a form of showing love. So now I have boundaries. I am an empowered empath. Because if you're an empathetic person, sometimes it's hard to have boundaries. But through experience and through people mistreating you and feeling entitled to your resources or to your energy or to your time, it teaches you to have boundaries. Number 3, I had to unlearn the hustle culture. I had to unlearn the glorification of hustle. I used to think that resting meant that you are lazy. I used to mistaken productivity with purpose. And I used to wear burnout like a badge of honor, as if exhaustion proved my value. Now, I'm learning to embrace resting because resting is revolutionary. I'm now able to create from a place of overflow, not overwhelm. Number 4, unlearning the fear of being too much. Somewhere along the line, I picked up the belief that I was too much, too opinionated, too confident, too intense. So I started shrinking. But shrinking doesn't protect you. It just keeps you hidden. I had to unlearn the fear of taking up space. Because your truth, your voice, your presence, it all matters. So I stopped dimming my light to make other people comfortable. I stopped that. Because growth means expanding unapologetically. I had to expand in the fullness of who I am. And if that makes other people uncomfortable, then so be it. As long as you are not hurting anyone, as long as you are living in your truth, and as long as you are being who you truly are, how God created you to be, that's enough. Number 5, I had to unlearn linear growth. I used to believe that growth was a constant, linear, upward ride with no setbacks, with no failures, with no hiccups or obstacles along the way. I had to unlearn that belief because growth is messy. Growth is not linear. And growth is not the same for each and every person. Growth looks different for different individuals. So now I am embracing challenges. I face them head on. If it's time to detour, I detour. If it's time to rest, I rest. So these are just a few things that I had to unlearn in order to grow. And I'm still unlearning every day. Maybe you are unlearning too. Unlearning shame, unlearning silence, unlearning survival mode patterns that no longer serve you. And once you start to question the things that you were taught, that's where real growth begins. You don't have to have it all figured out. So let me know in the comments if this resonated with you. What is one thing that you are unlearning in order to grow? Let's build a conversation around it. I will see you in the next video.